equal.
Equal.
Perceive your brother equal. Then you'll have more respect than when you think your brother is lower or is higher.
Yeah.
You respect a person when you treat him as equal.
Yes, and one more on that, on addition on that. I'm just gonna give you an example that can also open their mind, like to make them understand what we are talking about. And this example is very simple. It's common. Everyone sees this one. I will give you an example of this mad person or a street children, those street beggars who are begging. Let's say if you are walking there and a street beggar he start begging you, do you treat that person as equal to you?
No.
No, right?
No, we don't treat them like equal because we always treat them inferior. They have nothing. So I have to help them.
This is the mindset that white people they said, and that thing is on every white community. Everyone knows that. Every white person knows that if you meet a black person, he will ask you for money. If not money, he will ask you food.
Are they being taught that way?
White people,
or are they being raised that way?
It's not right now. It's not even being raised. It's now automatic.
It's automatic.
Before it was being taught to them, but now it's like a culture. Like you know yourself, like it's a culture. You know, culture. You don't need even to be taught. It's already on the community.
So it's like it's a system.
It's a system.
That you grow up in a system. You become a system.
You become a system, and no one can eliminate that system. So you see how I told you. You are walking on the street, you meet a black or a white beggar. Or let me make an example, a white beggar. That white person is asking you, how can you give me 5 rand? Are you going to respect that person? You will take that person like he's someone that needs help and he's someone that he cannot stand on himself.
Yeah.
So you always undermine them like
that. Judge
them.
You give and you judge. Maybe this person. You ask yourself many questions. Maybe this person.
He need the food.
He went to the Sangoma to get a muti.
Yeah,
maybe he got money. Maybe he's on drugs.
Yeah.
Those sequences will be playing in your head
always,
automatically.
Always.
Yeah.
So understand most of Africans, they behave like that to a white person. If they see a white person, they don't see like equal with them. They see like someone who can help their problems. Someone that if they cry that I'm hungry, that person is going to.
So those are the mentality that black people. Okay, on the white person, on the white side,
yeah.
we don't have much problem, and we don't have much we can do. But we have to do something on our black people side. Changing a mindset that white person is just like is a human being. We all have same blood. We treat them equal. They respect you. Respect them. They respect you. If they cross the road, then you have to do something.
Everyone have a boundary.
Yes. If they cross the boundaries.
Yeah.
So we just have to change, to shift our mindset, and to educate our people in our school. I think this thing is rooted very.
It's
down.
Deep. This is a very big rock on the mountain. So this what I will just explain to you, right? This is one of the main root cause. As long as you ask them, you ask someone for help, it means you are already burdened to that person. It's like you are already allow that person to control you. Yeah. That person is you want me to give you this? No, I want it. What if you go and draw water there for me? You think that person will say no? You will say, let me do it. You will take. This is what black people, this is even our leaders they do.
So how can we change that?
The only thing that we can change is to realize ourselves.
To give value to ourselves.
To give value to ourselves.
To know who we are.
Who we are.
So it's lack of identity. We don't
only, and this was stolen. This was just stolen from us. And this is something that you just need to train the generation. Because for old people, you cannot tell them and let them understand this. But for those people who have already realized this, they just need to raise their generation, their children, being told like this, that don't allow anyone to oppress you. Not to oppress you. If we say oppression, they mean maybe fighting, forcing you. No, 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 no. White people, they didn't defeat us, like especially for now. It's not about gun. It's here. It's mindset. Like this one I just told you. It's a privilege that someone is using to use you.
So how can we regain that? Our dignity?
It's just to realize yourself. Stop begging and take responsibility. You know you have a problem. You know you have a problem. Take that thing that's a problem. This thing, how can I solve it? It's hard, but you have to do it. You have to be patient and you have to persevere until you do it.
So we have to focus more on finding solution than focusing on the problem.
On your problem. Just find the solution. I will give you an example. Of course, on this white, I'm still there, but I'm gonna just give you an example. China 30 years ago was also a poorest country. West. But you know what that Chinese they did? They did go to those developed countries and start asking.
They started working.
They started working,
and they started working. Besides working, they created a system whereby every Chinese, when he goes out, he was working for the government. That's why I call a communist country. The government control. Okay. The government actually control 95% of everything which happening maybe China.
Listen, that people they will see like this. It's very hard for them to do. Understand? People they will see like it's government again. It's very hard.
Yeah.
This thing that I want to say.
That's the communist.
This thing that I want to say. It has to start from the community at ground level, and I will explain this idea how Chinese they boost their thing according to my perspective. What the Chinese did, they know that we are poor and there's developed country there. What they need, what they don't have, those ones they have it. But instead of going to start begging them, it means, as I said, if you go and beg, you lose your honor and you allow those people to tell you what to do. Because you need their help most. So it's easy for them to tell you what to do. But what these people they do, they persevere that struggle. And they allow themselves to start solving gradually. And how? Whatever they need, and whatever they are lacking, and those people they have it, they just go and buy that stuff. Why do they buy that stuff? They brought it home. They study. You know, they study that. How did they come up with this? It means they are finding solution. They are not trying to solve their problem, but that's finding the root cause of the problem. Okay, we don't have this, but this one they have this. How did they come up with this? Because and that comes when you realize that we are all human. We are the same. But why is this one they are able to do this and us we are not able to do this? So these people are able to do this and they even make this. What is the secret on this?
How can we make this?
How can we make this?
How can we make it better at a cheaper price?
At a cheaper price. This is what if you go back a little bit, especially 1 decade, you see that there was not 1 decade, maybe 15 years. 1 decade and a half. They were like, this China is copying. Copyright. That was the time Chinese, they were boosting, like coming out of poverty. They were taking something from other developed countries that they don't have. They buy it. You know, no one will stop you from buying. Like us, we are allowed to buy most from China, from Europe. We buy their stuff. So once we buy their stuff, let us study. How did they come up with this? You know, then you find, they come up and ask, how can we do this as well? You can even use the same component, what they're using. They'll call it copyright, but will they stop you from making it?
Yeah, but now that's where comes my the communist thing inside there, because our country, the Chinese people, the government, they made a platform where they allow their people to thrive on that copy thing.
Yeah.
The government allow you, they help you. You understand?
Yeah.
Which African country do you think can do that?
They can do that. Is, well, they can do that. It's just a matter of how many are doing it.
No, for you to do that, you have to convince people. Have to, even if for me to invest in your company, I have to buy into your idea and your mindset and your goal. I know what you're going. I have to buy. I have to buy in your idea.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if I cannot buy in your idea, it's gonna be very difficult for me to. So that's why the government is there to help. The government is there to help people start with something.
Now I understand your point now.
Do you understand my point?
Yeah.
Because for you yourself to go to China, you buy something, you come here, you start coping. You need infrastructure. So now the government, they help you to go. You go and bring an idea. For instance, this camera, Canon was making camera in Japan. They go and buy a Canon camera. They come to China. You understand? The government help them. They subsidize. The government actually have subsidies in most of companies in China. Like 90% of the company, they're working with government subsidies. That's why in anything goes out of anything work for the Chinese people, for the Chinese government. The Chinese government has a say in actually almost everything. That's why it's called a communist country. The president and the government control everyone.
Everyone, even the land.
Yes, they are. That's the system of their politics system.
I hear you. I understand it. So the government, they have to empower.
The government empower people. To the contrary of our government, I can only talk about the Congolese government, where we have bureaucrats who only cares about their own stomach. They don't want to leave power. They've been there 30 to 40 years.
Like Uganda.
They work with Mobutu.
I'm
not talking about the president first. They work with the president Mobutu. They work with Laurent Desire Kabila. They work with Joseph Kabila. The same people are working with Tshisekedi. And those guys, they never brought nothing into the government, into population. They never help with anything. The only thing they do, they get the money, they get salary, they want to raise money for the MPs.
We're going to go to that.
Yes.
We're going to go to
That's the thing. Whereby Chinese people, the government, it's controlling everyone, but it's helping everyone. If a Chinese company, I'm going to give you an example of FAW. FAW, for you, you think is 1% company. It's a FAW. It's a FAW. It's a Chinese company. 95% of the share there, maybe they are for the government. The 5% now they are public or anyone, maybe whatever. So the FAW is here, is representing the Chinese company. That money, we buy FAW cars, and it goes to the Chinese people. The government is going to help the government. That's why you saw when they impose the tariff by the American people, it's affecting the government because those money, they're not only for the individual. You understand? That money is also helping the government to do their own thing, building road, building this and this and that.
I also caught something from what you are explaining. So, okay, it means also Chinese government, they were also even inviting foreign companies to come in.
To come where?
To come in their country.
Yeah, but when you go as a Chinese, as a foreign company, now in America, you see, let me explain something. There is a difference between this form of government. Like South Africa, it's a capitalist company. Where anyone can come and invest, like a foreigner. You just go, as long as you follow regulation, you can have a company, you employ the people, as long as you follow the rules and law. Anyone can thrive. That's why they call America the greatest economy in the world, because it's a free market. It's a capitalist. Only the clever one and the strong one can use others on their own benefit. And then we have the oligarchy, like Putin, whereby there is only maybe 100 people who are most richest people in the whole country.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are people who are working with the president.
Yeah.
Those people are controlling every single
Like
thing.
that one who buy chess.
Abramovich is an oligarch.
Hey.
There are many. They can be maybe 1,000, and those people, they go and see the president anytime, because those are
anytime. Those are the one controlling.
Yeah, they control the economy. All the big businesses, they call them oligarch. You understand? Yeah. Beside them, other people can also have small money, living properly. But now we go to the Chinese. It's a communist. Understand? Yeah. A communist company, the government has the monopoly of everything. So now, if Facebook today wanna go to China, the Chinese people will tell Facebook, okay, Facebook, you wanna come to China, you're gonna get 50% from your company.
This is what is happening. Like TikTok is from China, right? Now TikTok was there in America. You see what Donald Trump said? He said, no, we need to own part of TikTok.
They own the whole thing now.
Hey, now they own the whole thing.
I'm gonna explain to you why they own the whole thing, because let me explain first before we go there.
Yeah.
If Facebook go to China, they wanna have Facebook. Yeah. China. Mark Zuckerberg, okay, I want Chinese people to use Facebook.
Facebook, yeah.
They will say, okay, good. We wanna have a say, and we wanna have a control over the data.
Yes.
Because data is the key.
Yes.
We want to control data. We want to influence some some policy of the company. And we wanna own maybe 40%.
Yeah.
So in a capitalist country, it doesn't work. But in a communist country, the government must have a part of your company. Whatever company
you start,
that's why it's difficult to start a company in China. You can't, unless if you're Chinese.
It's very,
but you can go today and start a company in the United States of America.
Yeah.
On the TikTok part, according to the American people, TikTok was spying on the American people. Understand?
You know, TikTok was dangerous.
TikTok was spying. The TikTok is collecting data. Remember when we are on TikTok have our data. When you are on TikTok, they know your name, they know your address, they know your family, they know everyone that you interact with the house. You understand? So those data were shared with the Chinese people. Yeah. So Donald Trump, when they wanted to ban it forever. In America, because TikTok.
And most people, they don't see that.
People, no, you know that? People don't see that because it's knowledge and what they say.
They say it's only entertainment.
Perish because of lack of knowledge. We just use, but we don't know that our data today, they are all over the internet. Donald Trump said to the Congress, the Parliament, okay, instead of banning, let us have a deal.
Yeah.
Do you know who negotiated the deal? It's Donald Trump and the Chinese government. Remember, in the trade war, there was a TikTok deal.
Yes.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
So the government of China helped negotiate TikTok deal with the government of the United States, which means the CEO of TikTok is just a puppet.
It's just a puppet.
It's just a puppet. The person who's